Well, we just had our horseradish salad. I'm live now, Greg, and now I've had my porch off. Now I feel like sleeping, but I won't. I have too much work to do, and I'm hoping that Dr. Darryl will come on and tell us what the benefits of horseradish root is, because I have a feeling it's got benefits. Oh, he's on. Let's see if he's here. Dr. Darryl. He's going to tell us. Waiting, connecting. Ah,
there you are. How's it going?
I miss you.
Miss you too. Hang on, let me fix my camera here. Turn it up.
Are you in the office?
I'm in the office.
You're good.
Yeah,
Wow.
Gotta keep New Yorkers' immunity strong. This is what we needed the most. But you're kicking butt up there, staying healthy and strong. You look amazing.
I am. Yesterday, everybody's starting to look about 5 years old. My friend Greg came down yesterday. I was like, "You look about 16. He's right here. Say hi, Greg." That's Dr. Darryl.
Hey, Greg. Nice to meet you.
I just took all. Let's look at this. Look at this is my thing. Not only do I have you're gonna love this. My drawer.
Your get off your acid drawer.
My get off my acid drawer. I also have my look at.
I love it. I love it.
So
you are prepared.
Because I'm making my house very accessible. So every morning I just go right to that, and then of course I do that thing for my. I'll tell you what's very interesting. Now I was having that shoulder and I missed the adjustments, but doing all this housework has been like physical therapy in itself.
Listen, motion is emotion. It makes us feel better, and that.
I'm telling you, my wrist, I was wiping down all the windows the other day because I was like, I think I'm gonna clean all the windows, and it really loosened up my wrist. I said to my physical therapist, she goes, because she wrote me a text saying, "Are you staying on?" I said, well, I'm kind of doing a modified physical therapy with cleaning, but listen, I think it's really hard. I don't know how long this is going to last, but you just got to try to stay healthy and positive, right? How's your family?
They're all good. Yeah, they're at home right now, and Braden and Italy are 2 and 5, so they're Chelsea's doing an amazing job. She's probably going to jump on and watch right now, but it's challenging with the little ones, but on the flip side, this is an opportunity. We gotta all innovate, I think there's gonna be a lot of positivity that's gonna come out of this, Dorinda. And the example I'm using.
We talk a lot about resetting. That's going to come up in the show this season because I see you a lot this year. You're a lot on the show this year. You're like a housewife. And we talk a lot about that reset. And I think I was telling you how even I gave up worry for Lent before this happened. And just even my mother said something so interesting. I was saying to Jorge the other day, my mother, who is, I call her the real Buddha of the world, to say she doesn't even know it. But she said, well, I always thought, Earth was a woman, and she's been giving and giving and giving and producing. And she's angry. She wants everybody to be a little bit more mindful.
Yes. It's interesting. I use us as like kind of the analogy, the microcosm. When someone is burning the candle at both ends, what happens? The universe is going to find a way to slow us down, whether that's making you get a cold or getting the flu or whatever it might be. And then what do? We lay down for a few days. We fast. Why? Because, Dorinda, it's about energy diversion. The body requires energy to heal itself. And if we're eating food, that's taking away from our energy inventory. And we need that energy to heal our bodies. And I think that on a bigger scale, the Earth is going through a global reset, as you said. It's like this is a major disruption. And listen, it's terrible about the people who are dying and the people who are getting sick. And of course, we send love and energy to all those people out there to do your best and get through this. And we're going to all get through this together.
But and the health workers that have put themselves at risk in this.
100%.
I've never appreciated seeing my garbage man come up the driveway so much in my life.
Yeah, and I think that's the positive aspect of this thing that we're going to all hopefully come through, which is we got to control what we can control. And when you look at this Earth has become toxic on a bigger scale, on many levels, emotionally, spiritually, chemically. And just like our bodies need that reset, I think that's what this Earth is going through. And, it's like this is a time that we have all gone indoors. We're resetting. We're reconnecting to the people that we love. We're working smarter, not working harder. We're doing things that we haven't been able to do in months and probably years because we've been going at hyper speed. So I think that for us, this is about healing our bodies. It's about healing the world.
And also, you know what? Just having more appreciation for things. I mean, listen, I had a pork chop for lunch. I know you don't eat any meat, but I just was craving it, so I have it. But like all the greed and gluttony and just too much, just doing when you can, buying it. Like everybody knows that I love fashion and I love all that. I'm even like, I don't even feel like shopping or engage. I feel like doing my garden. Like I've been ordering seeds from the Hudson Seed Company because I'm like, don't I have a garden up here?
Yeah, we kind of did the indoor garden. We're doing sprouting with our kids. So here we are in New York City. You know, Braden maybe a week ago said, Mommy, I want to plant something. I'm like, well, we don't have a garden to do that. So we got a sprouting jar and we taught him how to sprout in our kitchen where you don't need light. You don't need soil. You just need a couple of seeds and some water, and teaching him these lessons. I mean, it's amazing to spend the time with him that I don't typically get to get, and for all of us to be together as a family. Like I said, we're going back to the way it used to be, and I'm hoping that when we get through this is going to stay with us. And I like to say it's like for so long, a lot of us, and myself included, time to time, we focus on me, but now I think collectively we're focusing on we. You know, it's like when we are staying in and self-quarantining, we're not just doing it for ourselves, we're doing it for everybody. This is about a collective energy. And I believe that if we do things together on an energetic standpoint, we're all going to get through this. We're going to come out healthier. And
I think families are going to be healthier. I live in Great Barrington, so it's a totally different experience that people are having in New York because, like, I live on 18 acres and I can walk my property, and it's open a little more. But I just think it's. The other day I was going to town to CVS because I had to pick up a prescription, so I only go out when I have to. But like people were in their backyard again. Like, they're sort of, I've said to Greg, and my friend, and I was saying to Hannah, this is how I grew up. We spent time together. You had to talk to each other. I mean, look, I got my mother's cookbook. I'm going to show it to you. My mother was given this cookbook when she got married. And this cookbook, she said, told you everything about raising a family.
Amazing.
But the amazing thing about this cookbook, it's not just recipes. It tells you how to prepare it, how to make a nice for your family, how to set a table. All these things that we forgot were important because I said to Greg, I don't think I'm ever going to do takeout again because I've become such a good cook. Again, I've always been a good cook, but I've not prioritized it.
It's so true. I mean, if we want to be healthy, Dorinda, we got to get back into the kitchen. It's so critical because we know where the foods are coming from. We know we're experimenting and we're going to grow together. I mean, a couple years before
it's a very healing process to shop for it, prepare it, feed it to your family, know what you ate, and it's a very satisfying feeling, right?
Yeah. A couple years before my dad passed away, he wrote his own personal book, and it was really for our family. It was called Dads Do Breakfast. And it was not just about the food. I say it's the only acidic book that I own because it was all kind of the old Italian Sunday breakfast. But my point in the story is that Sunday morning was always our family's morning. It didn't matter, I had two older brothers. It didn't matter what was going on. We all got together on Sunday, and that was our family time. And that's what this book was about. It was about us being together as a family.
We used to do that.
There weren't phones.
Sunday lunch. You did not miss lunch after Sunday. And we had every relative over, and it wasn't even questioned. It was just part of your life, getting up. And I think that's what's so nice. We're all getting back into these routines. Like even this morning I woke up and everybody's cleaning their room. Hannah's vacuuming. I thought, oh God, this is really getting crazy.
It's awesome. Dee, we did that yesterday. I mean, we literally, Chelsea's probably laughing right now. We probably did 8 hours of spring cleaning. We put Braden to work and they loved it. The kids were vacuuming. We were doing it together and we had so much fun. We took a 15-minute break. We grabbed a green juice. We were bouncing on the trampoline. So in New York City, we found a way to stay active, to have fun together. This is amazing.
I miss the social interaction. I miss like seeing you and seeing all my friends in New York and just having that routine.
We miss you too.
You've been very, very good about not overthinking it. Like I was talking to someone this morning, my friend Tim, he's like, I'm getting depressed. I said, well, you can't. Like, he's like, where are we going in this? How long? I said, you just can't think. Just do today. Do your best today. Because, Tim, you just don't know. Just do pretend. Like, my parents never worried about 6 months out and a month out. They got up. They did their best job they could do for their family and their health and their home and then they went to bed at night and they got up and did it again. That's how I'm living right now. I mean,
it's amazing how much healthier that way of life was for us. I talked about the earth resetting. I mean, we are moving at lightning speed, social media, all these different things. And I think that we just need to slow down and just kind of get back to things that we need to do in our lives. The simple things, right? Keep it simple, stupid. That's the biggest lesson in this thing.
This morning I was up at like 5:30. I was very worried about all those morgues going up in the city.
About the what?
They're putting morgues up in the city. Is that right?
I mean, that's what we're hearing. It's like a ghost town when you walk out here. But back to what your friend was saying. We have to control what we can control. Chelsea and I will go on the news for 10 minutes a day just so we get the update, and that's it.
That's what I said. I said that to Tim too. I said, Tim, people are leaving the TV on, and it's not that the information is not good, but you don't need, it's information overload. And this is one of those times where you can't control it. You can only do your part. But if you watch it and watch it and watch it, it just gets in your stomach, and you're like, it's disabling. So you have to sort of watch it, we watch it, and then we sit at 6 at night and watch the 6 o'clock news.
Dorinda, you heard me say this over and over. You love my little isms. But stress outweighs anything you can eat or drink 1,000,000 times to 1 in terms of the acidity, the inflammation that it does to your body. So we have to go back and control what we can control. There's things that are out of our control, so there's no reason why we should let our body get suppressed or let our immune systems get compromised because of that. And again, are we managing stress, or are we letting stress manage us? We all have stress. So this is why we got to go back to the things we know we should be doing. The things maybe in the past we said we can't do. You got to turn those can'ts into must. And we're going to come out of this, and it's going to be one or two things. We're going to be healthier, or we're going to be sicker. And those things are based on the quality of the choices that you make right now in this moment. And that's all we can do, is make the choice now. And the Dalai Lama said, your tomorrow and your yesterday becomes from the present time consciousness, the choices you make in this moment. So there was something I was going to post. I'm going to do it later. It's something I heard Tony Robbins talking about, and it's about the law of 1%. And they went back to the cycling team in Great Britain years ago, where they were just way down the line, and they wanted to get better at competition. So they hired a new manager, and he said, we're going to focus on the law of 1%. And what that means, if we can improve every aspect of our life, from what we eat to how we move and how we think and everything, by just 1% by itself, that's not a big thing. But when you look at all those things collectively, geometrically, that is a huge change that happens over time. So my point is, keep the pedal moving. You got to move that needle towards progress. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it has to be better than what you've been doing. Raise your standards a little bit more than what you're doing now. And if you do that, I promise you're going to get through this. You're going to come out of this in good shape, but you're going to be better.
I've got to be honest with you. I think it's been, it's just been a very enlightening time. I mean, for me, I just think, you know what, you get lost sometimes in the stress of everything. And listen, I'm excited about the show coming out, but even my stress about that's been less.
Yeah, because I think you're just handling it better. Like I said, we all have lots of stress in our lives, I think ever more now than it's probably been. So the question is what is that stress going to do to us? One of the tests that we did with you, it actually measures your biological age, and yours was way younger than your true age, but it tells you how we're managing stress. You do that from what's happening on the inside out. All the things that you eat are going to fuel your body and help you deal with stress, or they're going to hurt. If you're pumping sugar.
Now that you've slowed down, I find that I am much more in tune with if I'm really hungry or not, if I'm really thirsty or not, and what I want to eat. I don't know, like I'm eating a lot less, and I'm sort of eating my main meal at lunch because I feel like that's my body's happiest meal. I'm not really a big dinner eater. And in New York, I'm a dinner eater because that's the lifestyle I live, because people like to go out at night, but I don't miss that. And I'm drinking a ton of liquids. Like, what is your thing again? Solution is pollution.
The solution to pollution is dilution.
Yes. I want that on a t-shirt.
Well, we gotta make it on a T-shirt.
That's
But
a
no,
great T-shirt.
yeah, I think
So
it's
listen,
so,
what do you think about my horseradish? So I went to buy celery root because I love
right.
celery. I love celery salad. I'm not going to say who did it in town, but they showed me the wrong thing. So it's okay. So I'm shredding it this morning, and I'm like, my eyes are. I'm like, this is not celery root. This is horseradish. So we made a horseradish salad, which I did, and I can tell it's a little bit strong on my stomach.
Well, Dee, maybe they sold that to you for a reason. Maybe you were supposed to be introduced to a new superfood, because horseradish is not one of those foods that we typically think. We don't use it that often, though we use it, but it is a superfood. And I think with what's going on right now, I love diet variation. I love getting different things into our bodies. I think it's so important that your body gets exposed to different types of foods that are going to boost your immunity. Horseradish is one of the most powerful immune boosters. It
Really?
is huge, big time. It's a liver detoxifier. There's anti-cancer properties to it. It down-regulates inflammation. The list goes on and on and on. But here's the thing: is that it's very powerful. I mean, most people when they think of horseradish, they think of the shrimp cocktail sauce, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But there's ways that we've used it in the past where we'll just kind of shred it, or we'll
Well, I shredded it half with horseradish, with a quarter. So I did a cup of horseradish shredded, a half a cup of shredded apple. I broke it with a little bit of vinegar, onion powder, and a little bit of mayo, and I served it as a side to my pork chop. I know you don't eat, but Greg used it on his salmon. But then I boiled some. I'm just boiling some right now of the shredded. I'm making a tea out of it.
Yeah, that's awesome. Now, here's a little tip, because we all have different sensitivities to heat, right? As you said, it kind of burned your eyes. When you start shredding it, it actually activates the enzymes in the horseradish. So if you add a little bit of vinegar, it stops that enzyme reaction. So let's say the second you start doing that, you add vinegar right at the beginning, it'll actually cut the heat right then and there. So it'll be less kind of heating to your body. If you let it go a little longer, then it's going to be more heating to the body. So you really get to decide. I'm
going to post this recipe. Let me show it to you. I'm very excited about it. This was a big, huge root, and everybody ate it, but everyone's saying their stomach's grumbling a bit. Look at it.
But it's good for digestion, Dorinda.
Oh my God, it smells. I'm thinking, but I think I could make I think I could cut it with maybe carrot. I think what I'm going to do is grind it up maybe and use it, give it some, maybe add it to a little mustard.
Yes, it works great with mustard. And I'm telling you, my favorite add is when you add it to a soup or a stew. Like, you can add a little bit to our kale. Remember you made the kale lentil?
Oh, yeah. I made that the other day.
So you can add a little bit to that. It works amazing in different types of soups and stews. So that's one of the best things. And the soup and stew, kind of all the other ingredients and nutrients and greens and herbs, it kind of lessens the potency of the sensitivity to the heat. So that's another good thing that you can do as well.
Now, when I boil it in this tea, is it ruining anything or no? Is it okay to have it in a tea?
It's okay. Remember, the
Fresh
higher the temp. Here's what I do. It's the same thing. Like right now, I'm drinking ginger, turmeric, lemon, black pepper tea. I know you are a big fan of the detox tea. So when Chelsea and I boil it, what we'll do is we'll boil the water first, and we'll take it off of the heat, and then we'll add it in and then we'll steep it for about 10 or 15 minutes.
Well, let me do
because it's not going to degrade the nutrients as much. So I would use a similar type of philosophy to when you're doing it.
Okay, perfect. Well, good. I'm excited. So hear that, everyone? I found a new, without even knowing it. I think I ate too much of it because my stomach is grumbling.
So have some minerals, because the minerals will calm the stomach down.
I just had it. I'm running out of your minerals, but that's okay. I'm good so far.
We'll send some up to you up there.
Well, so far so
By
good.
the way, Dorinda, I grew up not far from you. When you mentioned the four brothers the other day, my grandparents had a place in Copake, so every weekend we would come up with my parents. That's when I was like a young little boy, and those are my earliest childhood memories. Was up in the lake at Copake, so Bish Bash Falls, and all the things you talk about. It's bringing me back to my dad and my mom.
So you probably went to the pizza house.
I remember that. I totally remember that.
Still open.
Am I allowed to say I ate pizza right now?
The kids run it now.
No way.
Yeah, and the grandfather, because we used to go there every single Friday to the pizza house, because you couldn't eat meat on Fridays because there was a holy day in our house.
Right.
Every Friday, and the grandparents are still in there every day. They're still there now.
Wow.
They're running it. It's like an old, and I got to tell you something. For everyone out there that comes, the Pizza House has the best crust. I don't know what's in that crust, but it is the most delicious pizza. Well, they're all
It's
good.
made with love. It's made with love. That's why.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I am now going to, I have to do the one thing for Bravo, for Green Flag. I have to do a house tour. Are you excited about the premiere on Thursday? I'm thinking
I
about
am
the premiere part.
I'm so excited. It's going to be amazing. And get your
Well, be
seatbelts on,
prepared,
everybody.
because I'm not always amazing on it. You know, I do have my moments, but you know, I went through a lot this season.
But
You
this
know,
is you.
you
Yes.
lived it with me.
We went through it, and I'm telling you, it's going to be amazing, and it's so exciting. And I think everyone's going to really just enjoy it as they always do. But get your seatbelts on is all I got to say, right? But no, it was such an honor.
Yeah.
It was an honor, Dee, and a pleasure to be a part of it. And I just want to take a second to acknowledge you because I know we've been friends for a while. You're such an incredible human being, and you define balance. It's like 80-20 is what we always talk about. You live by that motto, and you're a health machine. You help so many other people live healthy, and you're just a real, true person. That's why we all love you the most. And I think that's why your fans love you the most. That's why Chelsea and I adore you, and just keep on doing what you're doing. No, I'm being serious. Like, you inspire us, you inspire others, and you live it from the inside out. And you're not one of these people that like goes behind the scenes and does something different. Like, this is who you really are. It's so important that everybody knows that. And I think this is why we really love you the most.
Oh my God, you're gonna make me cry. I cry over everything now.
Good. That's all good. Listen, crying is an emotion. Let it out.
And I'll talk to you soon. Thank you, everyone. Bye, Dr. Darryl.
Bye, guys. Be well, stay healthy, stay strong, and get off your acid.
Get off your acid and get off your sugar.
Get off. Hey, we got the Sugar Summit Encore coming this weekend. You got to watch it, everybody. Check it out. Yeah,
I want to do that campaign you're doing. You're doing Jorge. I did a Facebook with Jorge, which everyone I'm going to post. He just sent it to me. But he said you have a Get Off Your Sugars.
Yeah, it's a Get Off Your Sugar Summit. Jorge was one of our awesome interviews. We have 45 experts. So this weekend, Dee, is the Encore weekend. If you go to getoffyoursugar.com, people, it's free. I interviewed 45 of the top experts in the world on immunity health, how to get off sugar, fasting, superfoods, detoxification.
Yeah, I'm not a good faster, so I'm gonna watch it. You know, I'm
we teach you how to do, like Jorge talks about cheating the fast. So we talk about like different ways to help people. No matter where you're at, you're gonna get amazing tips. But this weekend we're doing our Encore weekend. It's free for everybody. There's tons of amazing bonus guides.
When does that start?
It starts Saturday morning at 10 o'clock online. It's getoffyoursugar.com. And you'll have access to all 45 experts. You can watch them as many times as you want.
I'll watch it because I put things like that in the background while I'm cleaning.
I'm telling you, people.
You know who I put on in the background today is that woman. I'm going to tell you.
%50.
Brene Brown.
No, I don't know who's that.
Brene Brown. She's really great. I listened to her TED Talk this morning. She talks a lot about vulnerability and how that really it's courage. And I just think people like you and Jorge and all these people, everyone, we're much more receptive to the listening now.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting because over these last few weeks, most of us are talking about all the things that we got to be putting into our bodies to boost immunity, and that's so important. We got to stick with that. But what about the things that are suppressing our immune system? It's like the leaky bucket. You can't keep adding, expecting you to have that optimal immune system. And when you look at sugar, and I'm talking also about the hidden sugars. I mean, whether we realize it or not, sugar has snuck its way into our diet. It's hiding in so many so-called health foods. And within 30 minutes of eating sugar, and I see this on Live Blood, Dorinda, which we did together, your white blood cells, which are your immune cells, their ability to fight off germs and viruses and bacteria is down 50%. And that's notable 2 hours later and 5 hours later.
Well, you know what I realized the other day, just going through the health food aisle, or it was now like a week ago, is all those protein bars have so much sugar in them, because now I'm so aware of the carbohydrates and the sugar. Does it have carbohydrates? What's the sugar content? Because, you guys, you and Jorge, it's ruined everything for me for the rest of my life because I have to look at the back of everything now. Everything has sugar in it.
We got to become, conscious label readers. And the crazy thing about the sugar market, the industry, they've really kind of figured out a way to get us, because you don't just see sugar on the back of the label anymore. There's literally 60 different names for sugar that it's hiding in. So anything that ends in ose, so dextrose, fructose, which is very damaging, sucrose. The list goes on and on and on. So what they do is they have 5 or 6 different ingredients. When you add it up, it becomes the #1 ingredient. But because they separate it under all these different hidden names, you have no idea that it's snuck its way into all these foods.
I think the way to do it, everyone, is it's too much to get complicated, because I think that's what overwhelms people. I'm just back to that very simple eating. I'm gone back to how my mother fed me. It came from the earth. I ate it.
There you go. That's it. If it can go bad, it's probably good for you.
Yeah, I know but I have taken on a love for Jell-O. I know you're probably not going to love it. No, the non-sugar Jell-O.
Moderation, not deprivation.
No,
balance.
But it's sugar-free Jell-O. Sugar-free Jell-O.
I'm going to have to make a new alkaline Jell-O recipe. That's why we haven't done it.
I use this. Look, I take gelatin and I use the stevia.
Uh-huh.
And I make a sugar-free Jell-O, and then I put coloring in it to make me think it's different colors. So I have a sugar-free Jell-O, and sometimes I just chop a little bit of fruit in it, and that's my dessert, and I love it. Haven't you been watching our Instagram? We've had
yes, they've been awesome.
Amazing Jell-O thing going on.
You made it a better version, and that's the key. So good, better, best. It's like, how can I make it 1% better? That's it. That's the name of this game, right?
Well, I'm not gonna lie. We did use Jell-O as well, but we're not purists like you. Okay, so that
we did
have Cool Whip and Jell-O, but that's
listen. You're doing everything else right.
Like you. We're gonna do our best, but at the end of the day, there's essentials in my life: Hellman's mayonnaise, Cool Whip.
Listen, you got 20% leeway room. You do 80% the right thing, so you're cool.
Yeah.
You're good. And look at you. Look at your skin. Look at everything. You're doing it right. So you're having fun and you're enjoying. And here's the thing. I'm glad that you're saying this, because it's about sustainability. No one can go 100%, not even Chelsea and I. So enjoy, everybody. Enjoy your life, but make sure that most of what you do is healthy, and that's it.
Yeah.
And then you have some leeway room. And if you do that, that's what balance is all about.
Yes. Well, everyone, we're going to sign off. I have to go do something for Greenfly for Bravo.
All right. Love and appreciate you guys. D. Stay well, okay? Love you.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.